They're here. They're here.
We have scary stories.
They're here.
Welcome to Off-Brand Horror.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Josh,
I'm Kristen.
and you're listening to Off-Brand Horror. Today's episode is brought to you by the person at the grocery store who won't move the out of the way. The person at the grocery store who won't move the out of the way was created specifically to be your breaking point and push you over the edge on an already bad day, which, let's face it, is just every day at this point. You wake up, make the shareholders richer, lose interest in all your old hobbies, watch the price of everything triple, get bitched out by a customer with lead poisoning, lose hope, cry, play the lottery, win $2, work, cry, work, die.
Work, cry, work, die. Work, cry, work.
Oh, I forgot to add bread onto my curbside grocery order. Let me just run in the store real quick, and there they are, completely oblivious to the existence of other people. Why, you may ask? Why was this person created? Well, we have the creator of this person right here in the studio with us to tell us why. Take it away, Satan.
I don't know. I thought it'd be pretty funny.
You heard it here first, people. He thought it was pretty funny. Now, let's get on with the show. Today's episode is all about creepy Airbnbs. So we've had a couple of, scary experiences at Airbnbs.
I say one was scary. The other one was
Creepy.
Well,
How about we start with the scary story that we have. We were staying at a B&B. This house, the layout of the house is there's the living room, there's the kitchen, there's the bedroom, there's a hallway that goes past a bathroom, and there's another bedroom that is like, there's too many doors in this house. There's 3 or 4 doors that go outside.
yeah. And basically the layout is the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room is on one strip on one side of the house. And running parallel to that is 2 bedrooms. So it's like a big rectangle, and there's basically a wall and dividing the house.
Yeah. And it's a really weird layout, and there's just so many doors. It felt like too many doors.
Yeah.
And we liked the place. There was outside, there's this big building that's separate from the B&B that they had pimped out. They had a hot tub and a TV's mounted in there, and they got mood lighting and all this stuff. A bar and just real vibey in there. And so we liked all that, and we were chilling and having a good time. Then it comes time to go to bed, and we go inside, and we're laying in bed watching a movie.
All the doors to the room are closed.
All the doors are closed that lead into the room, which is freaking 4 of them. The door to the right, to both of our right, because we're laying watching the TV, and the door to the right, which would be the one that goes down a hallway and then basically leading directly to the front door of the home where you can leave. The door to the bedroom opens.
Yes, it sounded like someone twisted the knob. You could hear it click, and then it swings open, and I was fully prepared to see someone walking through that door.
I 100% thought that someone was walking in. I was like, oh, this is the night where we're going to deal with... It sucks. There's always the chance someone's going to break into your house.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a situation you're in that you've got to deal with. We weren't in our own home, and I was like, homeless guy just broke in, is what I was thinking. Someone just broke into the house, and they thought they were going to squat or something, and now they're finding us in here, and it's about to go down. We freaking turned and looked. My heart was going a million miles an hour immediately.
I know.
And, oh, God, yeah, we freaking... we stare. Nothing happens.
No one comes through the door. It's like, oh my God, did they just open it and like back out because they saw that we were in there or something?
Exactly. Yeah.
I was like, is there someone still in the house?
That's what I'm thinking. And so I end up getting up and did I grab something for a weapon? I think I put my fist up or something else. I'm just, this is all I have. I'm not at home.
We don't know if there's even anything to grab.
Yeah.
There's like,
and so I walk out that door and I had to check every room, every closet.
which is basically like making a circle around the house because of how it's laid out.
Every door, making sure all the doors that go to the outside are locked. And I was like, I guess we're good. And so I go and I try to like mimic it and like
It latches.
Like I tried to push on it without turning the doorknob and it wouldn't open. And I was like, okay, it had to have not been all the way closed. And I tried to mimic that, like making it not latch all the way because maybe then the air pressure from the AC turning on or the heater at the time.
Yeah, that's what we were hoping. But then it didn't make the click noise.
But it didn't make the click noise. And also, I don't remember did I get it to stay? Without it being like I want to say,
I think it kept swinging
yeah,
open.
it would crack a little bit, like to where you could tell that it was not closed. So we still never figured out why that opened. But
so then it's like, if it's not a person, oh my God, there's a ghost
yeah,
in the
there's
house.
a ghost up in here. So we finished the movie. We're getting sleepy, and it's like, okay, let's try to go to bed. And I turn the TV off, and we go to sleep, or at least I have trouble sleeping. I'd probably have insomnia. Need to go to the doctor. But Kristen passes out. She's sleeping, and I'm laying there, tossing and turning, listening to all the creaks in the house. Kristen, laying next to me. I think you're on your stomach at this point, and you push yourself up, and she starts looking around, and I go, what? And she goes, where am I?
I said, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at. I didn't know what to say.
Oh my God.
I'm like, you don't know where you're at? I was like, we're at a B&B. We're in where we are. I say the name of the town. And
I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I was like, I don't know why I didn't know where I was.
yeah, I think you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you lay down, and I'm like, no, I'm not satisfied. You don't get to, oh, okay, after asking, where am I? After you were knocked out for sure, snoring, sleeping. I don't know where I am. We're at a B&B. Oh,
Oh God. Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. That was a really weird feeling because,
yeah, from your side, what was it?
Because, like I was like dead asleep and then like all of a sudden like I come to, I open my eyes and like nothing looks familiar. And for some reason, like when I woke up, like usually when we're out places, I wake up, I know, even if it's in the middle of the night, like, I know we're in a different spot. But I woke up thinking I was in the bedroom and then like I'm looking across like from what's next to me and I was like, that doesn't look like my house. That doesn't look like my room. It's like, why is there a bathroom right there?
Oh my God.
And then like that's when I got up because like I was not remembering at all. Like my brain would not like,
Yeah.
it was, what's that? Disorienting. And then I thought I was having a stroke because I was, but then, it came to me
Yeah.
once you started talking.
And then that just creeped me out for the rest of the night.
Because like we already thought like someone broke in or there was a ghost.
Yeah.
And then like I was,
And then you're possessed. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am.
and then we got kind of creeped out again and we put Seinfeld on.
Yep.
It was like 3 a.m. We're like,
I was like, well, I'm not sleeping, and just turned the TV back on, put Seinfeld on. And then I think I like messaged our group chat with Donnie and Aaron, and then they're up all hours of the night apparently.
because they were responding.
Because they're just responding like, Donnie's like, it's a demon. She about to get you. Oh, and right down from the B&B is what they claim is a haunted jail.
Oh yeah, it's like walking distance, like 2-minute walk away.
Very old school jail, and it's supposedly haunted. And Yeah, like literally right down the street. It's like, okay, so a ghost prisoner just broke in. So in the spirit of our story, we wanted to look on Reddit to find some creepy Airbnb stories. And here on Ask Reddit, the question was asked, what's your creepy Airbnb story? 15 Sunflowers says, my fiance and I were staying at an Airbnb in Helsinki
Yeah.
to visit family. When we got there and got settled, we were chatting about things we thought were missing in the apartment. Specifically, I remember saying I wish there was another towel hook in the bathroom. There was only one and obviously 2 towels being used. The next day we went out and were out pretty much all day. And when we got back that night, there was another towel hook in the bathroom. Very creepy because you hear all the horror stories about them watching and listening to you, like the creeps putting
like you don't have any
cameras
privacy
in the freaking bathrooms and in the ceilings and all this crap. And that pretty much proves they were being listened to. Gotta be. Like, what are the freaking odds?
unless they somehow overlooked it.
But it reminds me of when we were at a different B&B and we brought our dog. We brought little Jules with us. And it's out in the country, and it was a pet friendly. It was advertised as a pet friendly one. You can filter it to where you're looking for a pet friendly one. It was a pet fee that I had to put down, and we get there and I let her out for the first time to run around, and she runs out and she immediately just like stops running and is just standing there, and we go over to her and her paws are covered in stickers.
No, poor thing.
Covered. And so I have to pick her up and we walk her in the house, and as we're sitting in the house like on the ground having to pick all these stickers out of her paws, I'm complaining out loud, like saying like, yeah, they advertise this as pet friendly and got freaking stickers all in the yard, and just I'm upset in the moment.
Well, that is upsetting. That's not pet friendly if your dog cannot like roam.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, pet friendly, just whatever, mad, picking out the stickers, and go back outside, and I'm looking for like, is there anywhere she can walk? We ended up, anytime she had to go to the bathroom, I had to like put a leash on her, pick her up, and walk her
to the driveway, like, because she can only walk. The gravel was the only spot that didn't have any stickers.
Yeah, she had to pee and poop in the gravel. Like, couldn't do it in the grass because it was literally just covered in stickers. Anyway, I'm complaining out loud, blah, blah, blah. And Kristen made the comment. She goes, well, are you sure it's pet friendly? Should we have brought Jules? I'm like, yeah, it was advertised. It had the little paw print. It said pet friendly.
And then they also left us like some gifts for her too. So like, yeah, of course it is. They left like chew toys.
Yeah,
and stuff.
It was like chew toy for your dog to play with or whatever.
So they were thoughtful.
Yeah. It was just in the moment I was mad that the stickers were there because she got hurt and all that. Anyway, Kristen's like, well, maybe it's not even pet friendly, and like we didn't think about the chew toys and all that yet. And I'm like, no, it is for sure. And I pull it up, like I searched the location, the listing, and the paw print is gone. And this was later in the night, so it's not like immediately. This was like later on, like I was like, yeah, it was nice besides what happened, blah blah blah. And I was just mad, blah, blah. And then Kristen's like, are we sure this is even pet friendly? Are we gonna get in trouble? I was like, no, it is. It said it on there. And so I pulled the listing up and it's gone. It doesn't say pet friendly, paw print's gone, nothing that insinuates it's pet friendly. And I'm like, what the crap? And so I pull up like the invoice and I'm like, look, there's the down payment I did for, the pet fee. And then that's when we're like, and also they left the bones. They left the little treats for her to chew on. So it's like, no, it's for sure pet friendly, but now it's not. And so we made the comment, we're like, oh, you always hear the stories about them listening. Like, what if they're listening to us?
We got quiet too. We started whispering to each other.
Yeah, what if they're listening? And what if they heard me complaining? And so they took it down. And so then we're like a little nervous, but I'm like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So we go to sleep. We get up the next day. And Kristen spots like a blue light that's blinking up and to the left, because like there's high ceilings in this place. And she's like, what's that blue light up there blinking? I'm like, probably like a router or something. And you know, I hop up on a chair, and I'm looking, I'm getting on my tippy toes, and I spot an Amazon Alexa sitting out of reach where no one can see it, like basically almost like it's an unreachable area. It's not like just a
like
shelf.
No one's gonna go up there. It's like a
right,
rafter or something.
Right. It's an Amazon Alexa. And I'm like, it's not advertised as like a smart home where you could play music or anything. And I even think I say like Alexa, and like nothing's happening. And so then like I Google like, can you listen in on Alexa's, like if you're like on your phone, and I found something that said you can. There's like something called like two-way or something. Let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, right here. So it says drop-in is an optional feature that lets you connect instantly to supported Alexa-enabled devices like an intercom. Use drop-in to open an instant conversation between your devices or with your Alexa contacts. So that makes it sound like you can talk through it, but is it possible that they have an Alexa, and yeah, is it possible they have an Alexa and then they've got this one set up to always drop in to theirs? Anyway,
Maybe they took the feature away, because I could have swore when you looked it up, it said it could be set to record.
yeah. And so I was like, okay, they've got an Alexa out of reach, and then they happen to take like the pet friendly thing away when I'm saying this place isn't pet friendly. Not like I just like closed the car door. This place isn't pet friendly. I think they be listening. Mm-hmm. And they be watching.
Ooh, I hope. Oh God, how embarrassing.
I know.
Well, I mean, I guess they like it, so
Yeah,
not so embarrassing unless they're laughing.
but creepy.
Yeah.
All right, let's read some more stories. Delete It user says, stayed at one in Rome. The door had about 5 deadbolt locks on it. The windows were barred. Found out why. Randomly, through the day, people would try to open the door and look through the windows.
Ooh.
Multiple times we would turn around and see people peeking through the cracks between the curtains.
Why?
We weren't even there a lot, usually a quick meal or drop stuff off and then back out to see the sights. Really nice place though.
Bunch of peeping toms.
Yeah, weird.
Ooh, I'd feel unsafe. That'd definitely make me feel. What would be the word for? There's a phrase for it when you feel out of place or like an outsider.
Yeah.
Because they're like peeping in on you.
Oh yeah, what are the Americans up to?
Or like you're not in on something.
Ooh.
Like you are the target, or
Yeah. King Carnivore says, not really creepy, but the remote for the TV wasn't really working, and I opened up the battery compartment to see if batteries were in there correctly, and there was a bag of meth in there.
Oh.
I would not want to touch anything. I'd be like, okay.
Let's go get a hotel.
Yeah, what am I going to catch? There's needles and stuff around here. All right, let's try something besides Reddit. Here's a BuzzFeed article. Let's see what the BuzzFeed says.
The buzz.
Oh, it references. I was going to bring this up too. The reason they wrote the article is because of Barbarian, which if you haven't seen Barbarian,
Oh, that is a great movie for
good
this
horror
subject.
movie. Yeah, good. Just the right amount of camp and just super creepy. It has like so many different themes that are like scary. You know, like my sister Jessica was saying, like
It's like 3 horror films.
yeah,
in
it's like
one.
everything in there is terrifying to think about. Recently, the BuzzFeed community came together to share their own horror stories they experienced after booking an Airbnb. Here are a few stories. I rented a room as a broke college student, and a married couple had a huge fight about me, and I had to leave. What? Hold on, let me start.
Well, it sounds like maybe one was.
About me. So he or she was sleeping with one of the...
Well, maybe one was like flirting with them, or
Maybe so.
maybe kind of being obsessive about them or something, and it was
Right here. Her creepy husband literally was sending my pictures, which I did not give him, from my social media to his buddies talking about me.
ew.
It got even worse. So stay safe out there. How you not going to tell us? And it got worse.
I know, how vague.
It got even worse. Oh man, y'all probably can't tell because the magic of editing, but we are struggling. Jesus. First, I run out of room on this camera, the SD card, so I had to get up and freaking delete stuff off the SD card. And then it overheats, so I have to get up and turn it on again. And then while I have it on, I'm like, well, let me check Kristen's camera. And I come over here, and it just had stopped recording at the 12-minute mark for I don't know what reason. Just stopped. All right, I figured we would move along to a movie review section real quick because I was doing movie review solo for a while during the Halloween season. So I figured I'd pull up my letterbox and look at the last horror movie that we watched. And the most recent horror movie we watched was The Lodge.
Oh, yeah.
For a quick synopsis of The Lodge, released in 2019, a soon-to-be stepmom is snowed in with her fiancé's 2 children at a remote holiday village. Just as relations begin to thaw between the trio, some strange and frightening events take place. Yeah, so do you remember the movie?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on it?
It was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, I think it was a little drawn out. The reveal was wild, I guess.
Yeah, it was,
I mean, the reveal was like a hard to believe. Like, I guess I was with it up until then.
Yeah. It had a lot of potential is what I felt like. Like, it had a lot of potential. I liked the scenery.
The opening scene was kind of intense.
Yeah, everything seemed like it was going to be good. Like, and then, yeah, like you said, it was drawn out. I got to a point where I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, let's get to it. And then, yeah, the reveal, the spoiler at the end. We're not going to say it, but it was stupid. It ruined the movie for me, honestly.
Yeah.
And the end of the movie was a pretty creepy scene.
Yeah.
And it would have been a lot better if it wasn't for how stupid it was. Like, it's so hard to talk about this movie because we don't want to ruin it for you guys if you haven't seen it. Well, overall, my rating would be 2 stars is what I rated it. What would you say out of 5?
I'd give it 3.
3? Mm-hmm. So 2 and 3, that makes 2.5. So you heard it here first. Off-brand horror.
Heard it here first.
Rates The Lodge 2.5 stars. Now it's time for the closing segment of the show, which we like to call #scary.
#scary.
#scary is whenever we look up #scary on social media and look at what we come across and react accordingly. All right, let's start with the Tiki Talks.
My daughter's room is up there, and we keep seeing some. All right, put your flashlight up. All right, flash it up there. Oh, now it's gone.
Is that
Put your
their own
flashlight
house?
down.
Yeah.
Let's see if it'll do it again. All right, put it up. Hurry. Oh.
Eee.
It appears that each time the light isn't on the window,
I'm not listening to you. Let me explain what is happening.
Easily they could have.
Oh yeah, it could just be fake.
I know I would not be going back in that house.
Or home with the lights out. Do not look outside your window. Turn on your lights before you look through any window. Do not leave your home if you see a figure outside. Even if he is turned away, do not look at him. Lock all doors and windows before turning off all lights inside your residence. Hide in a small space and call authorities. Do not move from hiding unless you hear an unfamiliar voice. If you do hear a familiar voice coming from inside your home, do not move. He is inside. He is inside.
wonder if she felt
He is
goofy.
inside. If you are inside your home with the lights out, do not look out.
Let's do Instagrams. Hashtag scary. Bro, hashtag scary sucks. Hashtag creepy Airbnb.
Oh. On topic.
Okay, so I'm staying in this Airbnb, and we have a bit of a barbarian situation going on. Come with me. Go in here. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, we're gonna stay at one in the
And
basement.
then you have another room in here. Kind of creepy. But wait, it doesn't end here, okay? So you have another creepy room in here, creepy ass sink. And this is where it gets fucking weird, okay? You ready for this? Another. Oh my god. I turned it off. Had to turn my flashlight on. Another room.
Alright, a little too long. Alright, well, let's... Alright guys, well that just about does it. Leave us your creepy Airbnb stories in the comments, or any other creepy stories that you would like us to tell on the show here, and we will read those. But we will catch you guys next time on Off-Brand Horror.
Bye.
Death is your only escape. Die.
I don't know. I thought it'd be pretty funny.